What's going on YouTube? This is John from the Unhinged Zombie Hunter Clan, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. And this one is one I've kind of put together myself, but it is a very funny one. And it's called Prank Kids Tune In. So, name's still working on it, but I'm going to be playtesting this deck a while so I can show you all what this deck's going to have to offer and what it's going to do. It is a 40 card deck, but there is so much more to it than I want to show. But without further ado, I'll go through the deck and I'll crack into it. So starting us off with the Prank Kids, I run triple Prank Kids Roxy. Now, I don't know much about the Prank Kids, but I'm going to be doing a lot of research on them. But all I know is the Prank Kids are kind of a new way to dick your opponents over, but it's going to be one of those. But yeah, Prank Kids Roxy is your only level 4, one of the level 4s in this deck, and it has 1500 attack and 1500 defense. After that, we run double of Prank Kids Lamp and double. I'll get to the last double one in a minute. Prank Kids Lamp is the only other fire one in this deck, so it kind of helps. So, sorry, that's my nephew, so I'm getting this quite okay. After Prank Kids Roxy and Lamp, I'd run triple Prank Kids. If I put Drip there, yeah, I run triple Prank Kids Drip. It's the only water type this deck has to offer. And then for the only thunder types this deck runs, and that's double Prank Kids Fancy. And now, I know a lot of players, I know Zephyr War Games have played this deck, but combined it with Dangers or Thunder Dragons. But this one is kind of a different way I'm playing it. And I'll get to the reasons how this deck's going to work towards the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments on this deck when this video is uploaded to YouTube, do not hesitate to ask, and feel free to look at any of my other Yu-Gi-Oh deck list playthroughs that I've done, like the famous Resonation of Darkness, the Lair of the Undead, and other stuff I've tried to come up with. But feel free to check it out. And now, for the parts that aren't the Prank Kids, I run double and only 2 of Red Resonator in this deck, because 2 red resonators are easy to use, because this deck is only going to utilate one synchro monster for now, which I'll get to later. So yeah, you want 2 red resonators, 1 red warg. So red warg, as I said before in my previous videos of Red Resonation of Darkness, you summon one of these, you can special summon him by half of his attack points to 400, or 700, one of the above, and it works to your advantage. And for the last of this deck of the monsters, I run 1 Diablos, triple Aram, but this deck does not require Lair of Darkness, because it's only going to run small, dark monsters like Aram and Diablos, and of course Lilith. That's the only 1, 2, 3, 5 dark monsters this deck has to offer. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fires, 3 earths, 3 waters, 2 thunders. That's it for the monster lineup. For the spells, it's pretty straightforward. Double terraforming, and of course with the field spells themselves, 1 fusion recycling plant, and double Prank Kids Place. Now, a lot of my friends have said that Prank Kids Place is a good way to work. The reason I'm using Fusion Recycling Plant is this deck utilizes fusion summoning material as well, so it's a way to get back the materials you've used to fusion summon, and helps you get back your fusion spells from your graveyard, so you can restart your plays all over again. So yeah, for the continuous spells that this deck runs, I run triple Prank Kids. Hang on a minute, I've just got to get the name up to my if this bloody file wouldn't be so awkward. Sorry about this, folks. I'm having a very awkward evening. I run triple Prank Kids Pranks. Again, this card helps screw your opponent over when you're in the middle of a match. So in a way, it helps you in more ways. For the fusion spells that this deck runs, I run triple Prank Kids Polymerization. Sorry, Pandemonium or something. I don't know how you pronounce it. I just call it Prank Kids Polymerization. But it helps with fusion summoning by banishing any Prank Kids card you have in the graveyard. I also run the 1 Flash Fusion because it really helps. The 1 Instant Fusion as well. I'll get to the traps in a second. Okay, so I'm up to the traps now because there's one more fusion method in that, but I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, that's the spell lineup for 1 and triple of that and 1 Instant Fusion. So that kind of helps this deck a bit. For the trap lineup is straightforward. Triple Prank Kids Plan. So that will kind of help this deck in a way, but as I said, I got to do a lot of research on this deck and learn the effects off by heart. I know Red Resonator's effects, I know Aram, I know Lilith, I know Diablos' effects, I know Flash Fusion and Instant Fusion's effects, I know Red Resonator and Red Warg's effects off by heart. Prank Kids, though, I'm still in training stages with the deck, but I'll get there in the end. For the traps, as I said, there's the triple Prank Kids Plan. And the last fusion method that this deck runs, which is a trap, would have to be Necro Fusion, because I found that if I've got 1 Necro Fusion, 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Flash Fusion, and triple Prank Kids Polymerization, it just helps the deck in a way. But as I said before to you, quote me on some of this deck's methods, and also send me any comments that any of you have out there who want this deck to look a bit better with all this new looks and stuff. But tell me any of the other deck combos that you think are going to be good for this deck if I can afford it. This is just a 40 card budget build that I've just put together. I also run the 1 Parallel Port Armor. And I also run, for the last of the traps, well, not the last, but nearly the last, triple, what was it? It is called triple compulsory evacuation device. So I only run 3 of this because it's the easiest card, plus this one, and Parallel Port Armor to search, along with the last of the traps, which only works with Diablos, the Double Eradicator Virus. Now, the reason I'm only running 2 Eradicators is because this deck's also going to be a way to shut down spells and traps, but the extra deck also does some of that as well, which I'll get to in a second. But this deck is just a 40 card budget build that I've bought off the core of it. I bought off my little brother Yugi Mark 18. Most of the cards you see here that are inside it now are out of my budget, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes to it soon. Okay, for the extra deck, now this is where the fun's going to kick in. For Link 4s, I run triple Prank Kids Rip Roar Rooster. So yeah, the only Link 4 this deck's going to run, because I found that when this card leaves the field, as my friend Dale says in his videos from the Zephyr Wargraves crew, which I do recommend you check out Dale's test hand combos and deck profile on Prank Kids, it helps out a ton. Now, when this card leaves the field, brings it back, you can just blow up your opponent's back row. It's a back row hitter, nothing to it. For the rest of the links, since there are link 2s, I only run 1 Prank Kids Doodle Doo, and that's not helping. And I only run triple Prank Kids Bow Wow. And yeah, Bow Wow and Doodle Doo are just another 2 cards that help this deck. I don't know their effects off by heart yet, but I will, as I said, be doing research on this deck, so don't quote me on any of the effects to this deck yet. For the fusion lineup, it's straightforward. 2 Prank Kids Battle Butler, double Prank Kids Weather Washer, and triple Prank Kids Rocket Ride. And that's it for the fusion lineup. Rocket Ride is an easy way to go thanks to instant fusion. and a quick way to go into one of your link summons. Battle Butler is another powerful combo card because it's a let me calculate its stars. 1 minute, folks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is a level 10 fusion monster with the attack strength of 3,000 attack and 3,000 defense, and it's going to help one way or the other. Weather Wash is just another good card that helps this deck. And the only synchro monster, like I said, that this deck's only going to run thanks to Red Resonator and Rocket Ride, is the one and only Cyburst Quantum Dragon. Yes, it is a Cyburst, but I'm trying this as a ratio because, as I've said, as I've been told by my friends at Zephyr Wargames, that Cyburst Quantum Dragon, if it's co-linked to a link monster like Rip Roar, Rooster, Doodle Doo, or Bow Wow, they can't attack any of your other monsters except him, and he can also return one monster to your opponent's hand and go in for a second attack. So yeah, this deck, let me know what you think to it in the comments below. Just remember to also check out my Yu-Gi-Oh! Playthrough list, which all the other decks I've ever done from my friends who I know, who have joined my clan, who I know at Zephyr Wargames, and every other deck that I've ever seen. Also, feel free to check out the crew at Zephyr Wargames. There will be a link to their Facebook and YouTube channel in the description down below. Do not also forget to check out their amazing discount code at Tier 0. It's not a sponsored video for me. It's just me promoting the channel to help them out a bit more. So don't forget to use their discount code, which is in capitals ZW Games 5. Gives you 5% discount on all your Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs and all your other card needs. And yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you are new. Remember, if you have only just subscribed to this channel, please remember to hit that notification bell and hit that big thumbs up button. It helps out a ton with this channel. Remember to share this channel around with your friends, your family, anyone you know. And yeah, this is the Unhinged Zombie Hunter saying, keep on doing